When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, one of the top teams in this conference, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense will get the first possession of the game. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense set for a first down play. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Back to throw, it's Green. Here's a heat. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Spins away. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the tailback. It's a running room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then
lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, a lot of space. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. And the Razorbacks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. got it behind the line. It's Hill. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Green. Grabbed over the middle, it's Platt. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Auburn offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Going right to work up top.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Turning it on! They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's Robinson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. Finds him out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They try to pop a run on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. You have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play. They just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it. The defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's chat a little big picture, Auburn. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Fields. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
Trying to set up the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. It is good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. To the air, it's Green. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The Razorbacks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Unloads quickly. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the ground, it's Robinson. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. Wide open spaces. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Now with a first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oregon has some work to do, but go against this team at your own risk. The program who played in the first ever CFP championship is always a threat to come back. They're trailing by 10 to Wisconsin. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Brings it down on the right side. Finds some room. There he goes. He's a touchdown, Razorbacks. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll leave it with him. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Singleton. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's looking to throw. Sets up the screen. Turning on the Jets. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Looking to pass. It's Green. Under fire. Wiggles free. Finds a man in the middle. It's a seam wide open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Nice Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point is good. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. It's caught. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Auburn. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to lose.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Green. It's complete on the right side. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Flushed out of the pocket. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's caught downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Coleman. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. To throw, it's Green. Got his man. Still running at the 40. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Razorbacks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cobb. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Auburn offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make play.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And how about this young fella who's slinging the pill, man? His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what...
Just plowing ahead. Touchdown, Razorbacks! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
It's so nice to have these big, playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. It's Singleton. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off. So now it's second and long. The give to the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Using his legs, it's Robinson. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Frazier. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
He's going up top. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Good enough for first down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll go to the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge. And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inch it, you just have to go execute it, and they do it there.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Texas. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking for a crease. It's Green. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Green. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Razorbacks have pushed it inside the 20. He leaves it with his back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Might as well stick with him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Rushes on him. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it paid dividends on that third down.
Touchdown, Arkansas! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. They'll run the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that's...
He's loose. Lots of running room. He's at the 10. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
That's why I like running the football at this juncture of the game. A field goal ties it. You can't go backwards. And by running the ball, you're minimizing the chances for a negative play. So just trust this offensive line.
Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth.
That makes the score Auburn 38.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nice move. Create some space. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to pass. It's Green. He's going up top here late in the game. Intercepted to stop the threat. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got to stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.